afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are watching WYTV. You're welcome to News Review, where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas, or Latunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And today, I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochi Morilua, son of the prophetess, the man where is Zambuwike. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching, all over the world. Welcome to News Review.
The sponsor for this show is still Nokba Abbas, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number on the screen, or you can send us a DM, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Let's go into the paper. Punch newspaper. Federal government intercepts 141 grain trucks. Drivers threaten strike over attacks. How to retrieve your bad mobile phone numbers. Kebbi governor swears in local government administrators. Fayemi Mons Ekiti APC chairman Omotosho. Then on Vanguard, Nigeria must battle food insecurity as priority, IMF. Federal government may be filling dollar-naira gap in final price of petrol, Obanikoro. Prices of Dangote, Bua, Lafarge, other cement after meeting with federal government. Trump backs Israel's war in Gaza. Then on Daily Post newspaper, Ekiti APC chairman Omotocho is dead. Ogun Poly expels female student caught with codeine-based syrup, cannabis. We now feed once daily. Families cry out over high cost of living. Accepting grains from Ukraine doesn't make Nigeria a failure. Federal government to Peter Obi. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. When we're back, we continue with some of the headlines. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokba, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokba. Nokba Abba Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokba, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
With Nokba for management of power.
Welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokba Abbas. The first headline we want to look at today is how to retrieve your bad mobile phone numbers. And before we tell people how they have to retrieve their lines, I want to say this. Do you see this banning of lines as a good thing for the federal government to be doing? Although it is a good thing for head count of people that are supposed to do their NIN that are yet to do it. But then, buying the line, does it make any sense at all?
Well, number one, buying the line makes a lot of sense if truly they are committed to what the reason why those lines were being banned. Number one, who are those that issue an NIN to the Fulanis that are inside the forest? Mm-hmm. That's the first question. Those Fulanis that are inside the forest, are they part of those lines that they were banning now? These are some of the questions that we need to ask ourselves. You remember when the election is fast approaching? Do you know how many national ID cards, how many voters' cards that were found in some bushes that belongs to the foreigners, carrying the names, carrying the nationalities of Nigeria?
People from Niger.
People from Niger.
Neighboring countries.
Who issued those cards to them? These are some of the questions that we need to ask. And when you see a policy like this in Nigeria, it affects it affects the poor, not the rich.
Well, failure to link your national identity number face the risk of being fortified. And that's the reason why NIN is very important for every citizen of Nigeria to at least link with your phone number and your bank account. Well, the Nigerian Communications Commission has said that the over 40 million telephone lines barred after failing to link to the national identity numbers face the risk of being forfeited soon. The NCC's Director of Public Affairs, Ruben Molka, disclosed this yesterday while speaking with news. According to him, the telephone lines barred by their telecommunication operators have breached the February 28, 2024 deadline issued by the Commission mandating telecom customers to link their subscriber identity modules SIMs to their NIN. So, sir, but then I get to see this as a means of them tracking those kidnappers and
how long have them been in this?
Maybe they should try. If they should come up with
this comes up during the period of the ex-president, President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, listen, a lot of people will come on social media, abuse the president. The following day, the person will be declared wanted. The third day, the person will be arrested. Do you know how many Fulani axemen that are there in the bush, kidnapping people inside the bush, calling, making phone calls to their relatives?
To get ransom.
To get ransom. At the end of the day, they were not being apprehended.
Well, he said, if the bad lines are not acted upon in the next 180 days, they won't be able to receive calls, but will only be able to text and make calls. But after the stipulated days, they will be barred from making calls to, and they might forfeit their lines to their respective service provider within 365 days. However, to unbar your phone lines, Punch Online highlight the processes of the retrieval as explained by the NCC's Director of Publicity to the news. Number one, now this is very important. This is crucial information on how you can retrieve your barred line. For those of you that your line has been barred, the first thing you do, number one, for subscribers that have not registered for their NIN, get your SIM registered at accredited centers across the country. That's the first thing. Then number two, then link the NIN with your SIM through channels provided by your service provider. Number three, for subscribers with registered NINs, simply visit your service provider center and present the NIN or link your SIM through channels provided by your SIM providers. But if you have NIN, but it was forgotten, retrieve your NIN conveniently using your mobile phone by dialing *346# to get the number. I'll read that number 3 again. If you have NIN, but it was forgotten,
yes.
Retrieve your NIN conveniently using your mobile phone by dialing *346# to get the number. Then from the options displayed, select NIN retriever by typing in 1. If you are using the same phone number you enrolled with for your NIN, follow the steps displayed on your screen and provide the required inputs. Note that using the service attracts a 20 naira fee only. Is it not supposed to be free? Nigeria.
Because they have want them to do it in time, they refuse doing it. It's good that it's 20 naira. When they say they should, you know, a lot of people here in Nigeria, we want to go to the center, visit the center. At the end of the day, they will tell you have to pay some amount of money before they can help you to retrieve it.
Well, another thing is they will deduct it from your phone airtime balance. So if you don't have balance, if you don't have airtime balance on your phone, all this process may not work. Well, however, the 4 mobile network operators in the country, that is in Nigeria, have designated certain USSD codes for seamless and quick linkage of your NIN and your SIM card. They are as follows. Now listen carefully. For MTN customers, dial *785# using the phone number you wish to link. Enter your NIN and submit or dial. I go again. For MTN customers, dial *785# using the phone number you wish to link. Enter your NIN and submit or dial. *785* your NIN hash from the phone number you wish to link. The number will be linked to your NIN automatically. I think that is clear enough for people, for subscribers of MTN. Then, for Glo customers now, for people that are using Glo customers simply said, update NIN first name and last name to 109. Update NIN first name and last name to 109. So it's going to be updated. Then for Airtel customers, just dial *121*1#. *121*1#. Now link So for 9 mobile customers, dial *200 *8 hash, *200 *8 hash, and follow the prompts on your phone screen. I think that is well given, because now people will start saying, hey, they ban my number, I don't know how to retrieve it. Now I've given descriptions on how to go about.
At times Nigeria will want things to go worse before they start doing things. They start doing some things on it. You remember when the N99 registration came? Then it was free. A lot of people don't go to the center, not until when they mandated it. When you go to the bank, you want to make some transaction, they will ask you your NIN number. When they now go back there, before you get to know, there are times there are some centers that did it for 5,000 and some people 8,000. It depends on the center that you went to.
I think I will need to talk to a bank, maybe someone that works in the bank. I want to know the reason why in the banks, if you want to open an account, they will ask for NEPA bill.
NEPA bill. What was the reason?
I don't know. I really want to know the reason.
They will ask for your NEPA bill, they ask for your NIN, they ask for your BVN.
That one is certain.
Certain.
But the NEPA bill that is there.
Yes, to prove the address of where you live. That's
what
the
if
reason.
I take another person's address?
If you take another person's address, they believe that it can still be traceable. You understand? Before you can get another person's NEPA bill, maybe you are closer to that person.
Well, we still need to go far.
And when you look at some of the banks, most of the banks that are working, for instance, now in Lagos here, they will retain one of the indige of that area that the bank is zooming to. So should in case when they want to trace your house, that knows the vicinity, that knows every loot and corner of that branch. That's what they do.
Well, let's move on to the next headline here. Ogun Poly expels female students caught with codeine based syrup, cannabis. The rector of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro in Ogun State, Mukail Akinde, has confirmed the expulsion of a female student, Susan Isoyo, who was arrested by the operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, 10 months ago. The rector made this known during a media briefing to usher in the school's combined 2024 convocation ceremony yesterday. The report recalls that Isoyo, who was accused of dealing in illicit drugs, was caught by the operatives of the NDLEA in April 2023 with codeine-based cough syrup and 283 grams of cannabis. After Isoyo was taken into custody and later released by the NDLEA, the school brought her before a panel which found her guilty of the offenses pressed against her and subsequently sent her off the school campus.
You see, let me come in by saying I will blame the parents of all these people, because most of the parents, most of them don't even know where their children live. When their child gain an admission into the university, all what they do is to finance them, give them the money, the necessary thing they need. But most of the parents don't normally checkmate. At times, you need to go to the school. You don't even inform your daughter or your son that you are coming. You just go there.
A surprise visit.
A surprise visit. When you get there, okay, hello, I'm in your school. Okay, where are you? At times, most of the students that you are looking at, for instance, now the lady that was caught in Abeokuta now, when at times, you know, the lady might have traveled from the school down to Kaduna, and he won't tell the parent, hoping that the parent hoping that their child is still at the school premises, not knowing that the child is not in the school premises. So I would just urge the parent, you need to be checkmating your children. Go to school once in a while to checkmate them, look at where they live, look at the kind of friendship they have, the kind of environment. You don't need to tell them before going there. Just pay them a surprise visit. Now look at this lady in question now. I believe based on the bad influence, the influence are to be selling codeine and Indian hemp, a lady for that matter. Cannabis. A lady for that matter. And these children are your future glory. They are your future glory that you need to take care of. Because whatever they do in the school bounce back on you parents.
Well, according to the board of the news, speaking with the newsman on the matter, the rector noted that the school detests any situation that could bring its name into any form of disrepute. Then Akinde said, when the news went viral, we did not rush to take action because we have a law internally and there are laws guiding the outside campus. We are not in charge of the external law. We allow the law enforcement agencies to exhaust their laws, after which was commenced on our internal rule. So I feel this is one of the things schools are supposed to be doing. Normally, you know, when the thing happens, it's not like instantly you send the student packing. At least you will give it time to investigate to know if it is true or not. So big shout out to the VC of this poly, Ilaro Poly. He has really shown a good, what a good leader
should have done, yes.
Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me, Sidonje.
We'll see you again next time on News Review. Be good and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.